Hey, you guys, welcome back to the 30 Day Sober Challenge, day 14. So that means today is the start over. What is it? Today would be okay. Hey, everybody, welcome back to the 30 Day Sober Challenge. If you haven't, I want to remind you, be sure to jump on the Zoom calls that are happening. Be sure to be part of the private Facebook group. That's a great place to have conversations as you're going through the different things and things arise and as you're working through stuff each day. Today is day 14. So day 14 is the day that we reflect, right? So we did this on day 7, now it's day 14. Now it might not land depending on when you started, but wherever you're at, you are on day 14, you are 2 weeks in, and I want to say I am so proud of you because there's been a lot of work and there's been a lot of stuff that you've had to work through. So here it is, day 14. What I want you to do, it's a reflection day. So we are going to take the self-evaluation wheel, the wheel that you guys got from the day earlier, that talks about evaluating, right? And you guys are going to start making this part of your habit every week, every 7th day, is you're going to stop, take that PDF, mark it up. Just mark where you're at on each one of those from 0 to 10. And I want you, the goal would be is that those things aren't all at a 1, and truthfully, they're never going to all be at a 10. But what we're looking for is balance. We're looking for this balance in life where it finds that it creates more of a circle than it does this odd shape. So take time, sit down, think about the week before, just 1 week. Just think about last week and go, where was I in my relationship? Where was I physically? Where was I emotionally? Where was I spiritually? And mark those things out, right? I want you to do that to look at it. Second thing today that we're doing is we are going to pull out last week's calendar. And we're going to look at the calendar that we made for last week, and we're going to evaluate it. What things did you put on the calendar that you did really well at? What things did you, I said I was going to go do this 3 days this week, and I did it 3 days this week. I'm proud of myself. What things on the calendar did you put on the calendar last week that you go, I didn't get to it. I didn't do it. And I want you not just to be like, oh man, I'm going to beat myself up the fact I didn't do it. That's not it. That's not what this is about. This is about us exploring why. You know, maybe what you put on the calendar shouldn't have been there to begin with, right? Maybe it was something that you thought this is going to be really helpful, and this is something that needs to be one of my anchors. And all of a sudden you're finding, you go, man, this isn't really, and it's not really life-giving, and it's really challenging for me. Or maybe it's the opposite. Maybe it is really life-giving, but you're just going, man, I'm scared to do it. I want you to ask the why. Why did that not get done this last week? Why did you miss that? Was there something about it? Is there a fear you have around it? I want you to ask the why. So that's the evaluation part today. Pull the calendar out and evaluate, going, man, what did I miss and why? And then, after you've done those two things, you've looked at the wheel, you've looked at the calendar from the week before. Now we sit down with the new calendar for the week coming up, and we map it out. Okay? See, this is all just part of this beautiful process of we are training to change, right? We're not trying to change anymore. We're not going, man, I'm just trying really hard to make change in my life. We are beginning to train to change, right? So that means in training, we evaluate how the training went the week before, and then we look at the training in the week ahead and we go, what things do we need to add in, take away, move, adjust? Maybe write your calendar out and put it on the Facebook group. I want to see it. I want to see what you have on there. I want you to mark it up and go, circle last week's and go, I didn't do these things, and just take a picture and post it. Or I did get these things done and I'm really proud of myself and post it. Because I want us to begin to process this out together, you guys. This day, I know it seems like repetitive, like we did this on the 7th day, but here it is. This is so important because I can keep feeding you information and knowledge and things and facts. But if you're not taking the time to evaluate where you were and where you're headed, to evaluate is the training that I put into play working, and if it isn't, what needs to change, to evaluate what are the fears, why am I not doing these things I said I would, why am I not having the conversations I said I would in my calendar? And I'm not talking just in your calendar to just put to-dos, to-do appointments. I'm talking the big picture, self-care. What are you doing for self-care today? What are you doing to create time to journal? What are you doing? When are you creating time to make sure you're watching the video tomorrow? Put that in your calendar, guys. That's all part of the calendar process. When are you creating time to meditate? We've been adding all these things, and it's compounding, right? It's building. But if we're not evaluating what's working, and everything I present to you in this 30 days, there's going to be some of the things that you go, that didn't work for me. That's great. That's okay, right? find the anchors that hold you in place. Find the anchors that are going to allow your circle to begin to be a circle. Okay, that was it for today, you guys. Make sure, take the time, fill it out. If you got questions, join the Zoom, ask the questions on the Facebook group. Super proud of you guys. Keep it up.